my friend told me that I should have gone back earlier. I didn't like drive or anything like that. I snuck out the other night, and I was gonna stay with my friend Logan, and he told me to go back home. So I went back home, and then I was gonna tell my mom and everything, but
I mean, you're 20, right?
yeah.
So you don't really have to sneak out of your house if you're an adult.
Yeah.
You were under the influence of anything? No alcohol, no narcotics? Or are you going through people's mailboxes?
The 24th of May, 2025. Florida, the investigative stop was grounded in exactly what Terry v. Ohio requires. A dispatched call, eyewitness confirmation from a resident couple, and physical evidence mail from another address visible in the subject's hand at first contact. This is not a marginal Terry case. The totality of circumstances under Illinois v. Gates satisfies both reasonable suspicion for the stop and probable cause for a subsequent arrest. On May 24, 2025, police were called to a residential neighborhood for a suspicious person.
Hello. Hey.
We saw him walking down Swanson, and he's going through mailboxes, and he stopped in our driveway. For some reason, my wife was out there with the dogs, so she came and got me, and we started talking to him. This is from Leeward, right around here. We were going to take it and put it back in their mailbox, but he had that in his hand, and he was going through other people's mailboxes too. He's high as he could be.
Gotcha. Hey, man. What's your deal?
I'm sorry, I was at my friend's house last night. I know, I snuck out at my parents'. I still have to...
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20? Do you have a license on you? Take your hands on it.
Yeah. First name's Seth.
S-E-T-H?
Yes, sir.
Middle initial?
I don't have one.
Okay. Alright. So, what are you doing?
I need to let my parents know that I was out the other night.
Alright, hold on. Before I go too far, just because I'm interacting with you and I have no clue what you're doing out here, I'm going to read something to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before I ask you any questions and to have one present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer any questions without a lawyer present, you will have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand these rights that I read to you? Alright, and with these rights in mind, do you mind telling me what's going on today? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on, dude?
I just need to have a seat for a little while, just because.
Alright.
He was going through. He didn't go through ours because my wife was right there in the driveway, but our neighbor, he opened hers.
Okay.
And so I'm sure he opened others too, and obviously he has that mail from the people in Leeward.
Alrighty. Well,
did you tell him what you told me, Seth? What were you looking for? When you were getting the mail out of people's mailbox, do you remember what you told me you were looking for?
alrighty. Do you have your license on you, boss?
No, I don't.
Alright, you're good.
I have mine in my car if you want it.
Sure. Yeah. And, after I get you guys logged in the call, y'all are good to head on out. I'm gonna talk to Seth and figure out what's going on. Do you suffer from any medical issues? Yeah. Alright. What friend's house were you at?
My friend Logan's. If I could just sit in your car and just let them get home, and I'll speak to you about everything that happened.
Alrighty, folks. Y'all are good to head on out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Alrighty. So, what else is going on, dude?
My friend told me that I should have gone back earlier. I didn't like drive or anything like that. I snuck out the other night. And I was gonna stay with my friend Logan. He told me to go back home. So I went back home, and then I was gonna tell my mom and everything, but
I mean, you're 20, right?
yeah.
So you don't really have to sneak out of your house if you're an adult.
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of anything?
Mm.
No alcohol, no narcotics? Or are you going through people's mailboxes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an answer for that, or? Is that a normal thing for you, or?
No, I just.
Are you good? Tell me what's going on, dude. So, give me a good reason for why you're wandering around in a neighborhood that you don't live in, going through people's mailboxes. Do you need medical attention? You have no reason. Alright, well, you're not making any sense. How are you getting home?
My friend was supposed to bring me right back the other night from his place, but I just.
Just what? I mean, I'm not going to stand here while we just have awkward silence, so whether you give me a good excuse on why you're walking around in a neighborhood that you don't belong in and going through people's mailboxes, or we're going to have to go a different route, so. Put your hands until you figure out what you got going on. You're not under arrest, you're just being detained. Central, I have one resisting. Get on your stomach. (10-4) Delta 48, Wallingford and Shepherd Avenue. Stupid. One Delta 48. You can clear the air, have a doll panel, and 50.
The mail offense carries two legal dimensions. Florida Statute Section 877.17 State Mailbox. Tampering is a second-degree misdemeanor, but the subject was found holding mail belonging to another address removed from its delivery point. That is the factual predicate for 18 United States Code, Section 170(8) Federal Mail Theft, a felony carrying up to 5 years in federal prison. Both charges exist independently of each other. The most legally instructive moment in this footage is the officer's decision to read Miranda rights during an investigative detention before any formal arrest. Under Oregon v. Mathiason, 1977, a Terry stop alone is not custodial for Miranda purposes. The advisement was not legally required at this stage. The officer read it anyway, and that decision is the correct one. Any statement made afterward is admissible with no suppression risk. The use of force is evaluated under Graham v. Connor. 3 factors govern: severity of the crime, immediate threat posed, and level of active resistance. Federal mail theft is a felony. The subject's mental state was unknown. His resistance, documented in the officer's own debrief as turning and bracing away during handcuffing, satisfies the active resistance factor. The force applied was proportional to what the officer faced at that moment. Florida Statute Section 843.02, resisting without violence, requires only that the subject obstruct a law enforcement officer in the lawful execution of a legal duty. Bracing away from handcuffing during a lawful Terry stop satisfies that standard. The lawfulness of the underlying stop, grounded in dispatch, eyewitness account, and physical evidence, means the resisting charge faces no constitutional foundation challenge. Florida Statute Section 394.463. The Baker Act authorizes involuntary psychiatric examination when a person appears to have a mental illness and poses a risk of self-harm. The officer's partner reported suicidal statements. The officer confirmed the subject expressed depression. Combined with disorientation and apparent substance influence, the Baker Act threshold is met. A criminal arrest and Baker Act referral are not mutually exclusive. The officer correctly noted this on camera.
And go to just detain him, told him he's not under arrest, and get one cuff on, turns around, starts trying to pull away. Cuff gets all locked in my finger, like a little scratch, and then he starts pushing away from me, so I brought him, assisted him to the ground. Now, stupid.
Stuck on teletype, so.
Yeah.
You read?
Yeah, I had read him because I was thinking LMP. It's not giving me any reason why. Somewhere off of Worthington, but he's shirtless, shoeless, going around, going in people's mailboxes and taking mail out. No reason at all.
That real?
He didn't throw a punch or anything.
He punched you?
No. It was mainly just the.
Yeah, but did he push you?
He braced on me. He was more LMP because I had no clue. He wasn't giving me a reason why he's going around during the daytime, going through people's mailboxes and. I had read him to begin with. He's not saying. No, he said yes.
Okay.
But he's not saying anything. He would just stop talking and just stare at me. OMP and resisting.
How do you not have that video if he pushed you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would it be resisting with violence?
No, because it was more of an invasive, he turned around and was trying to brace away from me. So, yeah, so it was definitely active resistance. I mean, but wasn't sure if it met that threshold.
You should leave that in your car.
Delta 22. That's 22. I'm sorry, I'm 21 today, but can I clear with X-ray 10 on that too?
There are consequences to action. Can't wait.
Copy.
Oh yeah, they are two separate. I can still do without and then that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the without and then without.
For some reason, I was only thinking like hand in hand, basically.
Do you feel comfortable doing the report?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that on P2 because he tried to take flight.
Yeah. I wish I would have got a statement from B because he didn't want to talk with the people that stopped him. You don't think I need a statement from them, do you?
For what?
Just that he went into their neighbor's mailbox.
No, you don't. Unless you want to go down there and speak with them, but realistically,
I had spoke to him on scene. I just
you
didn't
get
put him
called
on
for a
paper.
suspicious person because why? What did the call note say?
That they had a male who
It appeared to be under the influence of
appeared
narcotics.
to be under the influence of narcotics going through mailboxes.
Is that Leo?
Yeah, you can show it.
My partner said that you said some like suicidal statements. What'd you say to him so I could tell the jail? Is that you're feeling depressed or something? Okay. But you didn't say like you're trying to kill yourself or... Okay. Alrighty. We're off. One out. Here. Except for... Have a seat on the bench. Definitely not a good way to start out a criminal background. A felony and 2 misdemeanors. You could go in for a Baker Act or something like that, but acting sketchy and then trying to run away. I was literally like, you were just being detained, and I told you were under arrest.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if that was your cry for help, like, or what was going on, but. Just glad it was all open hands and we didn't have to sit there and go back and forth. So.
The officer receives a B+. The Terry stop was legally grounded. Miranda was read proactively, not required under Oregon v. Mathiason, but the correct choice. The verbal escalation ladder was thorough and well documented before any force was applied. Force was proportional to documented resistance. The Baker Act was correctly identified on camera. Deductions: a radio gender misidentification during the backup call, and profanity in the post-arrest debrief. The subject receives a D. Federal mail theft under 18 U.S.C. Section 1708 is a felony. No explanation was provided despite multiple explicit opportunities. Physical resistance added a charge that a single coherent statement could have prevented. The resident witnesses receive an A-. Their specific, organized account established the Terry stop basis at first contact, and their on-scene presence likely prevented the subject from leaving before police arrived. 3 takeaways. First, mail theft is not just a state misdemeanor. Under 18 U.S.C. Section 1708, removing mail from another person's mailbox is a federal felony regardless of the amount taken. Second, reading Miranda during a Terry stop is not required under Oregon v. Mathiason, but it eliminates all suppression risk at no cost to the officer. Third, the Baker Act and a criminal arrest are not mutually exclusive. Both paths are available simultaneously. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.